welcome back to my channel. We have a guest today.
What up?
We're talking about Sonography School because we got into the same program, and more specifically, sonography orientation. So we had that. Yeah, I think it was June 23rd.
23rd. Yeah, that was it.
And it was from like 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. or something like that. But we stayed even a little bit later than that because our professor is amazing and we love her. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to talk with sense about this orientation because I was excitedly recording and like just rambling. And I don't think it made that much sense. So I kind of want to walk you through what that was like. I guess like going into it, I didn't know what to expect. I was literally sitting there like, how are they gonna talk to us for 5 hours without teaching us, like, without it being the first day of class? Like, what is this gonna be about? And obviously it was a lot of like knowledge on like the resources they had at school,
student life, financial aid, all that stuff,
scholarships,
different groups,
getting to know everyone in the department and just kind of familiarizing yourself. And then obviously they did the thing where like you go around and everyone introduces themselves and says their story and their name, so that took some time too. But it was cool to finally like put a face to these people because we've been talking to them for such a long time in like the group chat for who was gonna apply that year. Really what I want to get down to though is like the meat of it was just how much we ended up connecting with not only the professors but like sonography on another level.
Yeah.
Because of that orientation.
Yeah.
Like we found the program for us. Out of all the options, starting in California and not knowing where we'd go, how did you feel after the orientation?
I felt amazing because it finally, like, we were in person. You know, COVID, everything's been online. So we were finally in person, 30,000 miles across the country from where we started looking into this.
And like, you know, just like a couple weeks before, not knowing if we'd even get in, not knowing if all this would pay off, not knowing if we made the right choice.
Right, you told them we signed the lease to the place we are now.
Yeah, we signed
this lease. We didn't even know if we had gotten into the program here, and we had gotten into some other programs in a different city. Yeah. So it was kind of like taking this leap of faith and, you know, going with the universe on everything.
Yeah, and then for it to just be so rewarding was like,
was crazy.
Oh my God.
So I felt good because it was like the moment we'd been waiting for, you know?
I think I wasn't expecting to connect with sonography on this level because it wasn't my first love. And it's kind of funny because...
Nor was it mine.
Yeah, because the professors touched on that. They were like, this career is usually a second career for most people that get into these programs. And for a lot of the professors, almost every professor that we've met, it was their second career. Because remember the CPR woman? She was like, I needed a new...
She was a teacher. And then had 2 kids and was like, we need more money.
Yeah, and most people in the program are not straight out of high school. They're like, they're coming back to college, or they never even went. They did a totally different thing with their life, and now they're starting college for sonography. Right. So I didn't expect to have that spark, that feeling that you get when you feel like I'm destined to do this thing, this dream thing. Right. I had felt that before toward entertainment, but I never had that with anything else, and I wasn't expecting ever to. But when we started to get to know the people we were going to be spending 2 years with, and the way their minds work, and just how like emotional and empathetic and understanding and real they are, I was like, this is the place for me. Like, I want to completely dedicate the next 2 years to getting so good at this skill. Like, now I really want to be a good seasoned sonographer one day. I don't know, I just wasn't expecting to have like the feeling of I'm ready to start classes right now. Right.
Yeah, it was also cool because, you know, in California, looking at programs only in California, and all of them didn't work out for one reason or the other. And then we looked up where we had family in the United States, and there was 3 different places, and we looked up the programs in those places, and Florida was the winner. And then we didn't really care at first because we didn't know anything about Florida really, or the schools that we were looking at. We didn't really care where we got in. We just wanted to move forward with something
and
at
like,
the time.
hopefully get to the same one.
To the same one. That was like
the big
a big goal for us, which doesn't work out for a lot of couples, you know.
Yeah.
So the fact that it did is great. And I just remember having like this spreadsheet of all these schools and what each set of prerequisites were per school. And as we finished them, green would be complete, yellow would be in progress, red would be, you know, still have to do it. And so just like the fact that it's green now and we've gotten in and then we went to this orientation, it was just a moment of like, wow, these 2 years paid off. And it was also a moment of realizing how fast those 2 years really did go by.
Oh, that's such, yeah.
The program's only 2 years, so in that same amount of time, actually a little less, we'll be done.
We'll be done. And that was the thing that I loved. They had at the orientation, first year students at the program and second year like graduating students speak to us and like give us their advice. And I think, correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like the most commonly said thing was like, you're gonna blink and this program's gonna be over. Aside from like, this program is gonna be the hardest thing you've ever done in your life, it was funny how they all also said, but stick with it because you're gonna be so grateful when you look up and you're done and you got through it. And when I think back on the last 2 years of prerequisites, and hopefully this can encourage some of you that may be in the middle of that process, because I remember watching videos like this and being like, oh, I have so many prerequisites still to go, like this process, and then the program's gonna start and it's gonna be another 2 years. Like I can't.
4 years?
Yeah, 4 years. Like,
and just an associate's degree?
Exactly. Like I was kind of discouraged by that, but now that I have spent the smallest amount of time around real sonographers and professors that are working in this field and like the machines themselves, it's worth it and it's already come together. So
yeah, it is.
Just stay with it. If you know this is something you want to try out, stay with it. It's worth it. And I think lastly, the thing I want to talk about is the coolest part of orientation, which is what I got the most footage of, was that our professor gave us a tour of the classroom that we're going to be in. And
that was pretty sweet.
It kind of turned into like a lesson. Whoever could stay behind.
Yeah. We kind of felt like, or I'll speak for myself, I kind of felt like, wow, I hope I'm not being like annoying by how into this I am and how much time I'm taking from her, the rest of her day. And anytime I kind of try to be like polite and kind of say, you know, this was amazing, you know, thank you so much, and kind of work my way out because I didn't want to be overbearing with the rest of the group, she'd pull us right back in and was like, actually, let me show you this thing, let me show you that thing. And so we saw that she really is dedicated to her students, to us, you know, and the people already in the program and the people coming soon, you know, like they're really dedicated, and that's what you want when you're going somewhere this much. Yeah,
I think that's the most important thing, because you could get stuck with, you know, a program and professors that just kind of make it a not enjoyable process for you. But being around other inspired people that love what they do, just kind of, it transmits into you, like it ends up filling you up and you get inspired. And she was talking about like, I really love this career. The hours are long, but I find myself wanting the challenging patients, and I want to be investigating people's, you know, bodies and anatomy and finding all these pathologies. And it just made me be like, oh my God, I want to do that too. Like I was it was so exciting. We
wanted to start right away.
Yeah. And the understanding nature that they were just like, if you're having a hard day, if you're having a hard week, come talk to us, communicate. And if you need to go home that day, you need to go home that day. If you're gonna cry, it's gonna be like, we know, but we're here to support you. And I needed to hear that because that's me. I'm that student. But I want to kind of end this video by showing you some of the clips that I got on orientation day, and especially the ones with us in our classroom kind of playing around with the machines. So I will insert those right here. It's happening. So we're on our way to orientation for the sonography program. We were just talking about the fact that I was dreaming that we were at orientation and met everybody and the professors and stuff, and how that went. We're just trying to guess like what the personalities of everyone's gonna be like from the group chat that we have. So yeah, we're on our way. I can't open my eyes right now. Like we're both in the program,
which is crazy. Especially because I had a slightly lower GPA than you did.
Yeah.
Because when I first went to school, I didn't care.
Yeah.
And then I went back to school, cared a lot, and things went better. So if you don't have, you know, the 4.0 GPA, you can still get into a competitive program. Just do your best, you know?
Do your best.
You never know who's not going to be able to do the program, and you get their seat. I mean, just go for it.
So, like, good example. A lot of people didn't get in that applied. And weeks later, after we created a whole new group chat of the people that got accepted, someone from the old group chat was like, hey guys, I just got an acceptance email. And that was like weeks after we had found out at that point. So, you know, never lose hope. You never know where you are on the alternative list. Do your best with your GPA because you might just be the next one up that gets accepted. We did it. Today was like magic. It was like magical.
This doesn't happen in life very often.
We found the perfect program for us.
Perfect.
Everything worked out perfectly. Our professors, we love the whole department.
Oh my God.
I mean, they're so empathetic and kind and realistic, and they'll push you, but they also want the best for you always. And it's like I'm not intimidated in the slightest for this very competitive, difficult skill.
Very intimidating thing.
It's a super intimidating thing as someone who's never done anything like this before, and I'm excited and inspired and motivated, encouraged. I just feel like I really found like a family for this journey, and I want to start tomorrow now.
Yeah.
I want to go back to school tomorrow and start scanning, but I have to wait till August.
I didn't want to leave.
I didn't want to leave either. They showed us so much. It was a 5-6 hour day, and then we bought our scrubs. Oh my gosh, I can do a scrub.
I can do lab coats.
I can do a scrub try on haul and show you my backpack. Like, this is a whole video.
I'm gonna keep it real. You gotta trust that power bigger than you. I call it God. Other people call it the universe. Call it whatever you want. Nature. I don't care. Trust that, because 2 years ago, I had no idea why I wanted to leave what I thought I wanted to do with my life, and why Angie was encouraging me to call that family friend, and that family friend ended up telling me about this, and I ended up telling her about this, and she went and did her research, and boom, she looked at a video like this, and boom, light bulb. Let me try that out.
Let me try sonography.
Let me try that out. Oh, but I gotta do some prereqs first. Okay, so you do the prereqs, and that's hard, and you're busting your butt. You're getting all A's because you know that's what it takes. Everybody in that program just now, apparently they said had a 3.5 or above, but I have some friends who had 3.7s and they didn't get in. So it wasn't 3.5 or above, it was 3.8. That's what I had. I got in by a thread. And the thing is, that was my best effort. So if I didn't get in, then it wouldn't have been for me, and I would have been okay with that. But the fact that we just left that orientation and that we're in it together means that this was for us.
Everyone was kind of just like amazed at.
Everyone was also amazing. Like, everybody there was amazing. They had done something crazy with their life prior. Something happened, whether it was COVID or something else. Life circumstances changed, and now they're here, you know? And it's like, literally that could be for you. Let's say, man, I just want sonography so bad. That used to be music for me. That was acting and music for her. I just want this so bad. Maybe that's sonography for you, and maybe you don't get in your program in theory. What's around the corner, though, that's bringing you this kind of joy? That's my advice.
Well, whatever is meant for you is better than what you think is meant for you.
Yes.
And that is the hard part to know the difference between.
And it's bigger than you.
Yeah, 100%.
It's bigger than you. You couldn't possibly understand.
Yeah.
So you just gotta trust.
Okay guys, thank you so much for watching this video. If you have any questions, leave them for me down below in the comments, and I will see you guys in the next video.
Peace. Keep going. Don't stop.
Do it.
Do it. Just do it.